The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Thursday, the 6th day of April 2023. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, and Lindos. I'm Jamal Hartman. He's Larry Marshall Jr. And Maya Palacio will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in her news break brought to you by People's Pharmacy.
Yeah, I thought we was going to have an end of your blooper with you just now.
Oh, wow. You thought I was going to say something else?
I thought you was going to slip up.
And say what?
The wrong name.
No. You saw me. I was a bit hesitant just now.
Yeah.
I just picked up my joke book because I was wondering, like, Maya hasn't had many lately.
Folks, you got to see Maya backstage, just throwing her hands like, no.
Come for a joke, please. It's a holiday weekend, and I think the audience really wants a joke, and Larry hasn't had a joke lately. Good morning to you, Karen Simmons as well. Happy belated Passover and Good Friday, Easter Sunday. Enjoy your holiday. Stay safe. Let's go fly a kite. I think she speaks for everyone there. So I got a joke for you all. Let me get my laughing sound effect because you all don't know how to act sometimes.
Good morning, Maya.
Good morning.
You look so happy and excited for the joke, Maya.
Well, I love little clever riddle. I'm more of a riddles person, but let's go with the joke.
Riddles. Let's see if I have any riddles. Nope, no riddles. All right. This is weak. I don't like. Well, I'm gonna say it anyway. Who is the strongest thief?
I never knew what the jokes are.
The strongest thief. Think about it. Who is the strongest thief? Come on, somebody.
If I say it, I just feel like I'm not going to say my
I don't know.
A shoplifter. Like weightlifter. Get it? You want another one, Maya? I think you like that one. You want another one? Let's go to another one. Okay, no more, folks. No more. A shoplifter, get it? Weightlifter, folks. Shoplifter, strongest thief. No, it's not cat thief, Sherry. Thank you, Tanya Cheeseman. You found it funny.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, that one was funny.
Yeah, and Maya, you saw Maya. Like, see, Aunt Karen's laughing. You saw Maya. Maya was big cheesing. Look, folks, if we could make Maya, the youngest person, laugh, like break that smile, at least I think we've done it. Thank you all. Thank you. That's seriously, Sherry. Seriously, Sherry? Really? You didn't get it, Rashida. The strongest thief, a shoplifter, like power weightlifter. Like, come on, you all. Yeah. Anyway, greetings, everyone. Thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today. We're going to discuss Good Friday, Easter weekend, Bermuda style. The daily play is focused on, Good Friday, Easter week. And we just want to remind you all to not forget to subscribe to our website, follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we continue to do our part to improve the community. But let's get into it. It's a holiday weekend. Larry, obviously, prior to the show, I got my good luck, have a good day from my godson Mason, and Mason's excited about flying his kite. He's got a Hummer this year, but he has no string, right? He has no string to put his kite up. Yeah, I heard that. But
gotta get some string.
Yeah, his dad has got to get some string. Yeah, wait until the last day. What a real parent, I tell you. folks, let us know though. Like in the audience, let's have some fun today. And we asked on our Instagram as well. But religious, whether you are a religious person or not, Good Friday, Easter weekend is really just normal tradition in Bermuda, right? You didn't have to be like me and go Sunday school and grow up in church to really enjoy this pastime in Bermuda. For some people, it was just about kite flying. Some people used to go to the beach. I weren't one of them. Couldn't get me on a beach on cut match. But some people, they just love to eat. Some people, it's just getting with family, right? For some people, it's a fashion show going to church on Easter Sunday in their weird-looking suits and bright colors. Giving Mr. Brown, Tyler Paris, Mr. Brown a run for his money. But we look forward to the pictures, folks. We look forward to the pictures. But question of the morning is, what do you enjoy most about Good Friday, Easter weekend? Like, what have you enjoyed most? I must say, one of the funniest things to me is I haven't been in Bermuda for a Good Friday, Easter for a very long time, and just watching my uncles, like real old dogs, right, bring their bag of marbles. Like it's it's like the funniest thing, like bringing the bag of marbles, like, and really playing for keeps. That's what they call it, right? Playing for keeps. Yeah. Like that.
You never played marbles, man?
Yeah, I played marbles.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I haven't played in years, so I forget some of the terms. But just looking at my uncles bring the bag of marbles is hilarious to me, because I'm like, wow, like I've never heard of people outside Bermuda playing it, and I know it's a British thing. It started in northern UK or something, I believe. But yeah, what's your favorite pastime, folks? What's your favorite thing from Good Friday, Easter weekend?
Well, I know for me, if I reflect and look back, it would have to be kite flying. The son of a minister. So at Good Friday at the time, at First Church of God, you had service I mean, 7 people spoke for the 7 days. So I highly disliked it, right? Because all I wanted to do was go home and fly my kites. And I think Good Friday is totally different now, right? When you woke up, you looked outside your window, the sky was littered with kites.
Yeah.
So of course, any child, you feel left out there. You gotta wait to midday to put up your kites.
Yeah.
So as we got older, and then I was, first thing it transitioned where first thing in the morning I started putting up my kites and started going, and then I would call it kite season, in school, and shout out to my old former art and PE teacher, Trevor Smith, the late Trevor Smith at Elliott. Anybody who at Elliott would know about Mr. Smith. He taught you in art how to make a kite, and once I learned, we made 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 kites between me and my neighbor, and we was just putting up kites left, right, and center. If the loop weren't right, pull it back down, get it dancing a little bit. So that is what, when I reflect, I think that's what I look back and enjoy the most about the Easter weekend.
Interesting. Somebody put me on the spot the other day. Was it you asking, did I make kites? And again, just one year, my daddy and I think he lost patience with me. I lost patience with it, and it was just over. But I love the fact that you said, as former teacher, got you into it, and that's one of your favorites. Real quickly, Philip Trott says, a moment of personal privilege. Please wish my son Shiloh a happy 3rd birthday today. Man, I thought Shiloh seemed like he was like 10 years old. Seemed like he's been around forever. But happy 3rd birthday, Shiloh. The man
just walking around. I see him at the nursery. He's walking around like he earns everything.
Yeah, he's got that swag about him, Hey, more swag than his old man. But look, happy birthday, Shiloh, and actually, happy belated anniversary to Philip and his wife Alicia as well. They celebrate their 5 years yesterday, I think. So, congratulations, Phil. She's kept you around. You're doing something right, brother. Let's go back. Sam Cat Place says, fish cakes, relaxing, watching all the different kites, especially who's gonna fly a big boy 6 foot plus kites. I actually love that. Like, I see, Larry, I'll tell you, man, being where I'm from, so obviously is an open space. We're over Pembroke Dump, right? So seeing people flying, you could see so far all the kites. I loved it, man. I loved it. I was never one, and maybe because I was young, I was never one of those people who the hummers bothered. But there were people, oh, when again, shut that thing out. You know, it's always them. And maybe I will grow into one of those people, but I really enjoyed it growing up. One thing I disliked, I'll be honest, is when someone's kite got caught in the wires and we lost electricity. Oh, I hated that. I was like, why are you flying it nerdy? But everyone flies as if, oh, my kite's not going to go in the wires. My kite's not going to go down. And Maya will speak more to that as she did yesterday. Rashida Godwin says she appreciates your honesty. I think when you said you didn't like church.
Yeah, I remember I went to get up and fly my kite. Yeah.
It's like growing up. We had to go to church before we could open our Christmas gifts on Christmas Day, man. That was torture.
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you all, but if you had to do that, like as a child, like think about it. You just wanted to open your gifts Christmas Day, but nope. Nana said, "You better come on. We're going to church," and you went church, and that was the thing. It's almost like no gifts until that's what they made you believe. Now, I mean, you had no choice back then. You couldn't say you weren't going to church. Like you just, I don't know about today's children. They probably could.
Yeah.
Back then, it was nothing. Charles H. Jefferson II says 6 words, Larry, not 7 days, but I feel you. Ebony Susan says, I have always worked on Good Friday. For first time being able to enjoy it this year, and I'm going to run myself and these kids ragged. LOL. Want to enjoy all the traditions. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
Stop working.
I tell you what, man. I think a lot of people, I heard people like talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas Day when it comes to eating during holidays. I honestly, I'm very unique and different. I don't like Thanksgiving and Christmas food like I like fish cakes and hot cross buns. So for me, although it may not be a great selection, I've always, as far as eating wise, I actually enjoyed like Good Friday most, and then Easter. Obviously, it's kind of in my family at least, it was like a Christmas or Thanksgiving, right? So it was a big spread anyway. So for me, this weekend was probably the best when it came to food and family for me outside of Christmas. I mean, I know some people disagree, but it was big for me.
I would say the same with my house too. Easter is very huge in my household. Like that's it was equally put. I mean, for children, you want presents, so I guess we will put Christmas on fire. But for in that's the household, Easter, is just as equal.
Yeah. No one told me that we had some bad grammar in the question. What do you enjoy most about Good Friday / Easter weekend, folks? That's the question. It said what's do you enjoy? But you all, you just want to, throw thoughts at
Believe it.
Yeah, Tanya Cheeseman says, going back to my younger years, going to church in your new spring dress, kite flying, marbles, hot cross buns, and fish cakes, and just family time. I'm going to make some more fun of it. Everybody in the audience has got that one family member who wants to go to Easter Sunday service, decked out, looking like Mr. Brown from Tyler Perry's, stuff. Everybody's got one relative like that. The question is, was that
hats, right?
Yeah. Don't forget. Always got, especially the aunties, right? The aunties with the big, fancy, colorful hats. But my question is, was that relative you? Was that relative you?
Hey, mate, our audience isn't that, up in age. They may be that person soon.
Well,
some people are
extra flamboyant. Michelle White says, growing up, it was kites, marbles, jacks, and tops. Remember Bro, you remember Jackson, right?
Yes, I remember Jackson.
Look, man, I'm got a couple years on you. I don't know.
2 years on me, and things.
Man, I'm not Shara's age, but I haven't been around that long, but I know. Having only one child and no young family around, we had to create memories by having our own egg hunt with prizes too. Now older, we drive around to see others celebrate and see people we haven't seen in years. There you go.
I real fast. They brought up tops. I must just thinking about this stuff. I must really appreciate going to Elliot and Mr. Smith because he taught us how to do tops too. Because if you didn't have someone showing you this during the 90s, it wasn't like it was my parents' generation. They all knew this. But we had somebody that was like, no, no, we're passing it on. And I remember we went through a stage where the whole school had tops.
Mm,
And if it broke, you got a different one. You turned it, you put a tack on something to make it like it was totally different with what we did. I was like, my mom was like, "You want what? A top?
mm.
That's what you want?" I was like, "Yes, you need to go and get me one, please."
It's
But we was just
how
thankful
that
that,
experience shaped you, though. Yeah,
pardon me.
it's interesting how that experience shaped you. Like, because
Yeah,
I didn't have that same school experience.
yeah, and it was definitely unique. And Mrs. Smith was at Elliott for 30 plus years,
Mhm,
so many children in, especially in the Devonshire area, would know about it if they were at Elliott. And
mhm.
it's as you get older, you just learn to appreciate it more because now I'm able to. I didn't make my child's kite this year. The last year I had COVID. The year before I made the kite. So we had I was actually able to post a picture on Facebook with him flying the kite for the first time. So
Mm.
I'm able to now pass on things. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Folks, what do you think? What do you enjoy most about Good Friday / Easter weekend? Karen Simmons says playing marbles, jacks, pick up sticks, kite flying, eating fish cakes, full Sunday family dinner. Sam Cat Play says happy birthday, little cuzzy, and belated anniversary. That's to Shiloh and Phil. Tanya Cheeseman said making kites in school. Making kites in
Yeah.
school. I didn't have in primary school. I had a Canadian gym teacher. I don't think I had a Bermudian gym teacher. We had Mr. Hudson, so I don't think Mr.
Right.
Hudson.
But Mr. Smith was Barbadian.
I mean, there's more of a connection than
Yeah. Yeah.
Canadian.
I
So
would agree.
yeah, it's yeah,
Um, but it makes a difference. It really did make a difference.
yeah. Angeline Butler says, I love the sound of a hummer kite. We were able to get our kites up all night. I'm glad somebody enjoyed the sound of a hummer kite because, there were so many people who don't.
Well, I think we're getting all okay. Some people fly kites all year round, which is fine, totally fine. I'm okay with it like that. Um, I think if you're at work in town, 9 to 5,
Mhm.
you're okay with a kite being there. If you work shift work and the kite's up all day and you just want some sleep and all you hear is that nagging song, it can be a thing. So it is what it is. It happens every so frequent. People just have to deal with it, and it goes like that. But I think sometimes it can be. Let's not take away from the tradition of kite making and kites. You know what I mean? I think it just became recently this negativity about kites. When we're talking about no, this is something that's a part of our tradition that we should look to continue.
Yeah, but and I agree with you. I think you're right. Especially a couple of years ago, there was some incidents where people were angry at people who they said were flying kites and making noise. I again look. I lived in New York City, right? And living in New York, you hear sirens like every 0.02 milliseconds of the day. Like they don't stop through the night, right? If you have lived through that, a hummer kite ain't nothing.
Yeah,
I I don't I'm not easily distracted like that. I mean, my attention span's not great, but something like that doesn't take me away from what I'm doing. But I understand some people are sensitive. Some people be like, look, I'm trying to spend time, and that's just buzzings in my ear or whatnot. Maybe we've never thought of something, but have a kite park where people can go and fly kites. It makes so that, there are people who don't want to just fly them one time of the year. They may want to. It may be relaxing. It may be, yesterday Sherry said it was self care. It may be a form of self care for some people, right?
yeah.
Things that I'm not going to tell anyone they shouldn't be irritated by the sound of a kite. What I will say is if I'm in position and I know that a kite is not really causing any physical or crazy harm to someone and it's something of a release for another, then let's find a solution that should be easy so that everyone's happy with it.
And lastly, I think with this respect to the kite noise, I got frustrated with a group of people that to me just didn't respect the tradition. These
Mm.
would be the same type of people that think the gumbe noise is irritating. And it's just
Yeah.
like, no, respect the tradition. It's tradition, and even though it's not yours, respect it.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And we just have to try and make it work. And I was very dismissive of a lot of those concerns because they just didn't want it to embrace the Bermudian tradition.
yeah. Well, let's be honest. A lot of it, some of it is Black Bermudian tradition to many people. And I've literally been in places where we're having tourism events and white, because most of them are white non-Bermudian people who are the head of sales and GMs of the hotels. They're there, and one literally tell me, "Look, man, when's this crap going to be over?" Like they don't embrace the culture like us, and so it's important that we do protect what we believe represents our values and our culture. So no, I
Yeah.
take that point. Let's go through a few more comments and then bring Maya in. Sherry Vanderpool says, I love the traditions, getting my Hummer up, and definitely fish cakes and hot cross buns. Sherry, did you tell me you're making fish cakes and hot cross buns and sending them down for me? Tanya Cheeseman said, heck no, Jamal. My mom used to sew our outfits for church. So Tanya Cheeseman says she's not one of those people. She's not the Mr. Brown in her family. She's not the Mr. Brown.
Okay.
Styling and profiling though. Michelle White says fun was breaking other people's tops.
Right on top of them, right? Yep.
Yeah. Charles H. Jefferson II says, I love playing marbles, but I can't remember the rules. I'm a bad parent for not teaching my kids how to play. But there's different ways to play. Like you can have I know in primary school you had the how you're going in the hills, you got the hills, right? You got the circle, right? I don't know the names of them, folks.
What's on the bed right now, Jamal? And
yeah, you know what I
I'm
mean.
about to fade out.
Yeah.
I just know I skunk somebody. I can still skunk somebody.
And take the marbles with them because you was playing for keeps. You're playing for keeps. But the guys that used to annoy me, the guys that had they're called the bungas, the big ones. Right?
Yeah.
Guys had the bungas and would take your little what they call the small one, the ball burn thing, something.
It's on the bed right now, Jamal. Like I'm it's
Mason,
not sounding good.
Yeah, Mason probably like, Daddy, and go up some like geriatrics right now. Yeah, we ain't worrying about that. I made kites with the Whitney students. Says Karen Simmons, and this is a good question. Rashida Godwin says, "Is Good Friday more Bermudian cultural tradition than cop match?" That's an interesting question.
Well, I think they both derive from British.
Yeah, I mean the traditions of what
I want to say kite making came from that era. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But I mean, cricket is the sport of the motherland, the English motherland, if you want to call it that. So I guess there is some similarity. So I don't know what will be considered more Bermudian. If you're not Christian religious, then I think you would say cop match.
Yeah. Rashida Godwin says Bermuda Kites Act 1926 states it's an offense for any person who in any public place flies any kite to the annoyance or danger of any passenger or frequenter. Well, I think I speak for many, and Rashida goes on to say, I don't agree with this law. It needs to change. I think that law needs to change as well. That law is something that can get someone a case for absolutely no reason, if that makes sense.
Absolutely no reason.
That is one of those, and I don't want to say Emmett Till, but it's a law where you can literally. It's one that the police will have to use common sense for. No, we're not gonna arrest or write a charge against someone for this law for simply flying a kite. But anyway, let's. Yeah. You said something.
No, and because if you recall, a few years ago, the incident was at Asper Park, where those guys frequent all the time. And if the wind's blowing ocean, the kites out of the ocean, that's one thing. But when they go over to the houses, that's where it becomes an issue. And the dog walkers was complaining, and one group was black, one group was white. The police were called. It just got like that. And I think with a law like that, that's where you could see it just being a bit unfair. You get what I mean?
Audience, let us know. Do you think that there should be a law? Do you think there should be a law? Yes or no? as it relates to kites and the annoyance and noise? Do you think there should be a law? Truthfully, I think that's one of the silliest laws, and this is why I think most laws need to be revisited. It's crazy. Laws, in my opinion, a former professor of mine once said that this was regarding the Barry Bonds thing. Barry Bonds is not a criminal. Okay, he lied and he broke a law, but prison should only be for those who are a threat to the safety of other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget him saying that. Laws should be made to protect people, not to criminalize people. Let's bring Maya Palacio in, see what she thinks.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again, Maya.
Yeah, welcome back after that great laugh earlier. Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Maya, what are your thoughts? What do you like flying kites? Do you like fish cakes and hot?
Yeah.
Ones?
I love this season. My favorite season in Bermuda. I love Good Friday and Easter Sunday and being with the family. I have vivid memories of us sitting down by Shady Bay and putting out all our blankets and sheets and getting everything on top and ready to go so we could play cards, we could make fish cakes, we could fly kites and just all day. It'll just be fun.
Yeah. All right. We asked the question before you came on. I thought just now while you were backstage as well, I was like, Maya probably likes it because the art when it comes to kites. I was thinking it, and I was wondering if, because you come from an artsy family, did you guys do any kite making and get really creative with it?
Yeah, we did a couple of kite making kids when I was growing up. I think once we hit high school, though, we kind of stopped. But yeah, Mama still makes kites. I'm pretty sure she's doing it with her students right now. And yeah, so it's been a thing. I've learned it. I can't tell you that I know how to do it. If you give me instructions, I could probably do it again. But
Maya became too cool. She became too cool, folks. That's what happens. So we asked the question for you when you were coming on, whether people agreed with this, what I believe is an outdated law. And the law, as Rashida Godwin put up, says Bermuda Kites Act 1926 states, quote, "It's an offense for any person who in any public space flies any kite to the annoyance or danger of any passenger or frequenter." Now, let's be honest. Someone can just make up and say, oh, this kite's annoying me because they know who is flying it and they don't like the person, right? That they don't even hear it. It's not annoying them. So Angeline Bartlett says no. Karen Simmons says, no, this is another example of a law directed at one demographic of the community. Yep. And Michelle White says, no laws against flying kites. I just find it interesting that there are so many laws that are on the books that were created for reasons like what was explained by Karen Simmons, but we don't look or take them seriously until something happens.
Yes.
We don't even we don't know. And I'm grateful for Rashida sharing that, because something we just don't know until we have to find out. You know what I'm saying? That saying, bleep around and find out,
Well, that same, because I remember reading that. I was actually going to do a story on it. I think I did do a story on it last year or year before. But that same law, I know it has the same about sports as well, or playing certain games in public places that could be annoyance as well. So in that term sense, cricket normally could be shut down as well if kids are playing on a field that's nearby. Yeah, that same law has something very similar, right beside it, talking about kites specifically, and then talking about sporting games. So yeah, and it was made in an era, in a time where this will literally only affect the Black community of Bermuda. So Black people having too much fun, let's shut it down. That's basically what the law is made for. And so when that incident that you brought up, Marshall, happened a year or two ago or something, where the gentleman was flying the kite, the other person came, they called the police, thank too much noise, yada yada yada. When that sparked up, I was like, oh, that law, it allows it. People start to understand that. But the same way that Bermudians and everyone in the world, this just happens. We get so focused on something, we get angry about something, we talk about something, and then we do nothing. So the law is the law is still there, because at that time when it came about and people were talking about this video and everything very wildly, the law now still changed. And we can go to our MPs and we can, ask, demand that this law be taken out and changed, and they can take it to the Senate and they could go over it and they could be like, well, should there be something that in and out, and they can take it out of the law. but it's just the steps that we need to go to do it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, well said. I agree.
I tell you, I mean, I'm gonna go here. There's one group of people that went ahead and kept going with a law to end the law, but they started annoying the public, But anyway, this is not about Jamal and Larry. What you got today, Maya?
Well, today I'm definitely going to go into some Good Friday news and upkeep that everyone should know. But let's start out with the Carifta team, actually. Bermuda's Carifta team had just made it off to Bahamas the other day. Here's a photo of our team going out there. Quite a big group. We're hoping to still claim a lot of medals. Last year, we did such a great job in Jamaica. Huge performances. Well done to everyone. So this team's on the way out there. It is the 50th anniversary of the Carifta Games. The minister, as you see at the end there, Owen Darrow, will be out there supporting and cheering on Bermuda as well. So that's our team. We look forward to the updates, and I'll be reporting them here as to how well they've been doing. They've also been posting a lot on social media about their training sessions. So it's been like really encouraging to see them, and I can't wait to see how they perform.
Love it. Do we know what kind of events that they'll be taking place in?
I know there's javelin, I know there's shot put, and a lot of track and field as well, obviously. So I know those are events that are happening. Can't remember the names of each one, but I know that those are what we are in.
Yeah, they are pretty much on all the events throughout certain things. It's the younger team, so I think a lot of them will be going there for the experience to try and go, and we hope to see more things before that they go through their career. But hopefully we can get a good bit of solid performances which can lead to medals. But hopefully.
Who's the coaches that are going? Because I mean, a minister, but no coaches there just now.
Yes. Head coach Devon Bean. I know Coach Norbert Simons. Barpy, I call him namesake because my nickname's Barpy, but I can't remember his last name. Smith. That's his nickname too. Jerome Smith.
Okay.
Got it. And I believe it's a female, but I cannot
there is
remember
a female
who.
coach. She's doing one of the. I think she's doing javelin. Yeah, I think she's the coach.
Oh, Cherry Painter. Cherry Painter.
Yes.
Just the national pro coach. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So
Is she a police officer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's the former. I think she's still the current javelin record holder. So solid coaching base for the athletes to have. And we're just hopeful, you know what I mean? I think sometimes we may just want to compare to this country and say this, but we just want the best for all our athletes, you know what I mean?
I didn't mean to put you guys on the spot. I just asked the coaches because I feel like in spaces like that, look at football, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Carl Lightbourne's the coach. When things go bad, he takes the heat. Go. We'll give it. I just like to give the coaches just as much encouragement. I don't think that track like hockey, which Maya's part of, I don't think it gets the I guess say it again.
The recognition.
It doesn't. Right. It just doesn't get the recognition, the love. And so props to the coaches as well for doing what they do. And one more real sly comment. Minister Owen Darrow, certainly racking up the miles. I mean, he should be able to go on a lot of free trips very soon. My goodness, Argentina recently nodded. My goodness, brother, make sure you got your miles tied to that so that we don't have to pay for much of your travel going forward. Sorry, Maya, I just had to.
Next up on the list, the BTA announces that April is Hospitality Month, and this year's theme is Elevate Bermuda Together. So what they are introducing to the community is just different ways where you can also participate, which includes volunteering, i.e. maybe doing something with KBB to help clean up the island, because I believe it's great to assist with the tourism on the island, keeping our island clean, as well as networking, which means attending industry events, and also supporting local businesses by patronizing local restaurants. So those are the things that they have for the month of April.
As bad as Bermuda's tourism product may be to a lot of us, as incompetent as many people may think the government is, and as let's just be honest, the BTA is up against it. But we all have a part to play. Yes, I know there are overpaid people, part of the BTA, that are getting paid and not delivering results. That's just crazy, right? But in truth, we do all have a part to play. And my hope is that we realize that it's not just about helping the government or helping the BTA. It's about helping each and every last one of us. So just keep in mind that, Maya mentioned something very important just now that I hope doesn't go over the heads. Remember, we did the KBB cleanup recently. The amount of trash we found. Helping Bermuda as a destination is as simple as putting trash in a garbage. Something that simple. Keep that in mind, folks. It's a very competitive world. This is not 1960, 1980. People have a lot of other places to go to with friendly people and pristine places and beaches. We've got to help ourselves.
Yeah.
And as they were talking about like supporting local businesses, the Hamilton Princess announced that yesterday the restaurant 1609 had reopened with newly inspired menu. Here's a picture of some of the foods going on that's happening there at Hamilton Princess Beach Club. And so I just want to ask the audience here, what is your favorite summer restaurant to attend in Bermuda? Like summertime's coming along, where do you go?
My favorite restaurant in Bermuda previously was Wahoo's Don St. George's. Wahoo's Don St. George's. I haven't been in a couple years, but I would say that was my favorite restaurant. I think if you would ask me over the last year, and I know it's not like a sit-in restaurant, but I like the Wooders experience. Like I like, going out there during the day, getting a sandwich while I'm waiting. I'm outside just chilling, having my Heineken Zero, and just hearing Bermudians arguing over about different things. That to me is two Bermudian experiences on either side of the island. What's your favorite restaurant?
I would agree. Wahoo. I went one time and it was a young black Bermudian waiter server, and he was awesome. Like I think I gave him $30 tip. Like I got it like that, but he was so good the way how he interacted, and it was like you saw that he enjoyed what he was doing, and he was like if I felt that's what Bermuda needs as far as our tourism product, people like him.
Yeah. What's your favorite restaurant, audience in Bermuda? What's your favorite restaurant to go to during the summer? Maya, do you have one?
I feel like I've got a lot in my head, or like ones that I really like to go to. I would say I miss Burmy Eats so much because I loved going there. Jaden, Steve, who now is on fisheries, but I loved Burmy Eats so much. They had like the best pancakes, and they also had late hours because I work really late, and on Fridays they used to open till like 3 a.m. or something like that, and I loved
That's
it.
the one on the corner. That used to be the one on the corner.
In the alley, in the alleyway, Chancery Lane.
Okay, all right, yeah.
In town, yeah, right there. Other than that, in the summer, I do love Little Birdcage because I love live music. So they always have live music like on Thursdays. I think it's Derek G's band and group. So I love live music, even though there's no food and it's just the drinks. So you're really just there for the atmosphere and the drinks. But the live music, anywhere with live music, I want to go.
Okay. Audience, what are you saying? Tanya Cheeseman said Coconut Rock. I will say I'm not a sushi person, but the best sushi I've ever had, and I've eaten it in various countries and cities, Coconut Rock, by far the best I've ever had. Sherry says Wahoo, so I guess I know we're
next event.
you know what I'm saying? I guess we know we're having our next event. Wahoo, right? Charmaine Richardson says The Flame. Is Flame still open? Is it still? Anybody? I don't know.
Yes. No.
Where's Flame?
Oh, Green Lantern? Am I got it wrong? I'm not sure.
Let us know.
Let us know. I thought it was on. Maybe I got it wrong. I thought it was on North Shore as well.
That's right, North Shore.
I could be. Oh yeah, it is on North Shore. It is on North Shore.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I just saw them on the Salgasso app, and I'm like, oh, I think they're new to the Salgasso app. So,
yeah, I know really good.
Just as Wahoo. I miss Black Horse too. Black Horse was the Maya. You know about Black Horse, right?
Don't do this to me, Jamal.
Oh, sorry. I'm just Black Horse was the joint.
Yeah, Black Horse was nice.
The Wharf, and I also miss Black Horse. Wharf is down there in St. George's. St.
George's has some really good fish. They have good local fish down there.
And I want to touch on what Larry said, Bermudian staff. I think that's what first attracted me to Wahoo. everyone was Bermudian when I was there. I would constantly go there, constantly take tourist groups down there. Renee Simmons says Wahoo definitely have Bermudian stuff, which is quite noticeable. But I like the ocean. So recently brunches at Azure and it was peaceful. Well, I mean, Wahoo's is out underwater. I mean, they have ocean right there. Michelle White says, yes, Wahoo, I like that it's open to the water. When I want something more upscale, Cambridge beaches, I like the view. What's that place saying no to? Oh, Flame being open. Charmaine Richardson says not right now. Okay. Not sure. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I think we might have to have a TDH community event at Wahoo. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Well, next on the list, I mentioned this yesterday, but if you weren't tapped in and you're tapped in today, just a reminder: Bermuda Skyport Corporation says limiting the public of the kite flying restrictions effect and warns against flying kites in these hazardous zones that you can see on the screen right here. Please do not fly kites more than 100 feet above if you are in these zones that are Ferry Reach, along Kingsley Field, Clearwater area of St. David's, anything that's near located the LFA International Airport. So just a reminder on that one,
guys. I honestly, I'm grateful for the reminders because we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what.
I'm not. We don't want worst case scenario happen because someone didn't know.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be that person I was yesterday. I've changed. I've grown up since then, folks.
Yeah, whatever.
Next up on my list is the advisory of the sobriety checkpoints that's going to be happening starting today, Thursday, all the way to Sunday, the 9th, in 7 parishes: Hamilton, Smiths, Devonshire, Pembroke, Paget, Warwick, and Southampton. Now, there was a report about the statistics that in the first quarter of 2023 doubled in drunk driving than the first quarter of 2022. So we are off to a horrendous start. I'm not going to lie to you. That's very bad stats for us to have. So please, please, please do not drink and drive. Be very mindful and just remember that you're not the only person on the roads during this time. It's a happy time. It's a celebration time. Please do not have me on here reporting an injury or a fatality from a collision after this weekend. Keep it safe with your families and just, have a good time, a safe time.
Yeah, I can't emphasize what Maya said enough right there. Let's just be responsible, right? Let's keep it responsible. I had someone ask me, I'm going to use myself, right? I had someone ask me just last week about me not drinking. And I said, I was not quitting. I was taking a break. And then when I took that first vacation, when I stopped to Turks and Caicos and realized, hey, this virgin daiquiri actually tastes good without the headache afterwards. I realized the virgin mojito was just as good without the feeling, right? Why do I say that? I don't expect people to do what I do, but just try it without the alcohol once. No, it's not going to taste the exact same. Like Heineken Zero doesn't taste the exact same, but do like Larry, add a lemon to it. I don't know if I'm sharing his business all public, but I'm just saying, just be creative with it. I'm not saying not have a drink, have your drink, but be mindful. You ain't got to prove a damn thing to nobody by getting drunk. You don't. If you want a shot, okay, have one shot. But if you have to operate that vehicle, just realize, you know what? It's not just about me. There's other people, children, families on the roads.
Yeah. And the statistics, as Maya said, to just to double during this period, like, okay, this is a big issue and it kind of just needs to be a reset kind of needs to happen. But our people are stubborn people, and we often say, well, what will it take? Mm-hmm. You kind of wonder if it's what will it take?
I think we've been speaking, Maya and Larry, about cultures and traditions, cultural traditions, and we speak about kite flying and Good Friday, and someone brought up cock match. I think those are cultural traditions. What we have to stop saying is that drinking is a cultural tradition. Okay, a lot of Bermudians do drink. I know Bootsy made the song and everything. We did that. But we don't have to accept it as a cultural tradition. It's almost like we're accepting drunkenness and bad behavior as a cultural tradition. We don't have to accept it. And here's the other thing. over time, cultural traditions can change as we evolve as a society. And I think that, we're at this place where we're getting the statistics. Let's not become a statistic.
Yeah.
What else you got for us, Maya?
Well, leading off to Friday, I did want to say I saw something that popped up on my Twitter feed. Dijon Simmons posted this, and I thought it was very informative. There's even articles on it on Burn News and the Gazette if you wish to dig into it further. But he says about Bermudian kite flyer Mr. Tuzo, who set the Guinness World Record for the longest continuous kite flying in 1972 and 1973 for the times of 49 hours, 40 minutes, and then broke it with 61 hours and 21 minutes. Now, the current record holder is by a team in the United States at the moment, but it'll be so great and so awesome to see Bermuda reclaim that title. And that was made, just to put more information, the current record was held by a team of people versus one by Mr. Tuzo was just himself. So that was really interesting to hear and see and read this morning, and it just had me thinking like, wow, it'd be really great to see us reclaim that again.
Nice.
Yeah, Mr. Tuzo was what we always called Dale Butler the fish cake king. Mr. Tuzo was the kite king, the former principal. I want to say he was the principal at Victor Scott.
That's what I was doing.
And he man, his kites were beautiful, but
yeah, I weren't a Victor Scott student. I didn't get that. I didn't get that gene.
Well, thank you, Dijon, for actually posting it up. And Mr. Tuzo actually did win a Lifetime Achievement Award by the Art Society here in Bermuda in 2008. So that's just really good information to read this morning.
Cool.
So leading off, I guess I just have the weather for you guys. Today is going to be a mix of sun and clouds, but it's looking extremely sunny, as you can see it breaking through my window right now onto my face. But it's going to be quite sunny in the afternoon, and we have a high of 74 degrees.
And we're still looking good for tomorrow.
I didn't want to look, man.
Yeah. Honestly, tomorrow's still looking good. The first line says plenty of sunshine, so that's keeping my spirits up.
No.
No.
What is the wind tomorrow? Good Friday is all about the wind.
Oh, yeah.
My flight got up.
Okay, winds southeasterly light to moderate, gradually veering southerly, then becoming variable light overnight and settling. So it doesn't look
So you got to fly towards Elliott from your house there. You got to fly towards.
It's coming from the south, Jamal.
Oh, coming from the south. Okay. Look.
Jesus, he don't know nothing about this.
Look, folks.
I wish you would tell me.
3 kites up in my leg. All the fellas were over there. It says they over there flying the kites. I was fish cake and a hot cross bun in my mouth. All right. Yeah, that was me. But I'll take your marbles. I play at cricket Good Friday too. I like playing cricket.
Oh, the marbles called cat eyes, Jamal. Cat eyes.
What's that?
Cat eyes. I think you're trying to get the name of them earlier, and I was like in the back one, like the cat eye, the one that people stole, the little ones.
Oh, marbles.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Cat eye, kite?
No, sorry. Because I was in the background, like, you mean a cat eye? A cat eye? Little, everyone had those things.
Maya, did you play marbles?
Yeah, but I traded my marbles more than anything. I probably didn't play it like, I have very vague memories of me playing, but like, I remember being like, I like your marble, take this one instead.
All right, Maya playing marbles. Folks, we're going to do a giveaway when we come back. We're going to give away a holiday edition of the Bermuda Trivia, because you could play marbles, take your marbles home when you're unhappy, but Bermuda Trivia, you want to get in a fight this holiday season? I mean, well, I'm not encouraging violence, but if you want to stop speaking to family members over which brothers were the first to do something, then yeah. Maya, have you played Bermuda Trivia, the holiday edition?
No, I haven't, but I'm actually going to pick up mine today at one of the stores. I just said that to my sister before I came on too, because we are all going to meet up. So I'm like, I need to get these cards so we can all have an argument today.
Yeah, well, I've got people in my house that's messaging Jamal and doing stuff like that. It's serious. So I'm not paying it anymore. I'll be in at all the games anyway, so it don't matter.
Okay. Well, look, I'm not a cheater, but I always find a way to win too. But Maya, you have a wonderful Good Friday weekend, Easter weekend. Look forward to hearing about what we're gonna have a good report on Monday morning, because I tell you, Maya, even when she's not working, she's working, folks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you capture this weekend.
Thank you. Me too. I can't wait to see all the kites. I'm pretty excited. So.
And all the smiling faces with the kites up. They know what they're doing, but they're holding on to that string. Yeah, you got some string, that is, Maya.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
See, we forgot already. Maya Palacio, folks. See you later, Maya.
Bye, guys.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back. We're going to continue the conversation, but also we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway when we come back. So stick with us. Do not go anywhere.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose People's, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it People's, I call it my one-stop shop in the city. People's, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick, tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Mom's celebrating her 70th birthday next month. Have you noticed her age is catching up with her?
Yeah. Plus, she's having a hard time getting up and around like she's used to. I would sure hate to see her fall.
At Medical House Limited, we can help make life situations easier. We have electric beds, motorized scooters, bath stools, walkers, you name it.
Mom's been real good to us. We'll get her birthday and Christmas gifts from Medical House.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dendy Town Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke. Telephone 292-3622.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Larry Marshall Jr., myself, Jamal Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy. Folks, don't forget to subscribe on our website to keep up to date with all that we have going on. Also, follow us on our social media channels. Help us grow beyond the mic to continue to do our part as we continue to do our part to improve our community. We had Tamara just put, she says, Easter Monday, not a holiday for you all too in Jamaica, Good Friday and the Monday after Easter holidays. Well, Tamara, audience, you want to answer Tamara? She wants to know if there's an Easter Monday holiday in Bermuda.
We should take one.
I was going to say, look, just say Tamara said they got it in Jamaica. Why don't we have this? You all bet. Yeah, they're letting you know they don't have one tomorrow, but I think you have given them something to march about. If you get what I'm saying, you've given them something to march about.
Oh, we used to. I thought that's what you was asking the audience for.
What?
I think we used to have Easter Monday. It was the parade, and then it got shifted to
Bermuda Day,
24th. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the holiday was just changed.
Yeah, it was. It's in Bermuda Trivia. I should know the answer. It's in one of the volumes about the holiday.
Ask that for the daily. Ask that for the daily.
It's in the It's in the holiday edition of Bermuda Trivia. So you got to purchase that, folks. To but Sam Cat Play says UK, yes. So look, they just got a holiday for the King's coronation or something tomorrow. So they're not getting any more holidays anytime soon. They've gotten one for Queen Elizabeth's death. Now they're getting one for the King's coronation. So yeah, Michelle White says it. Yeah, we copy other countries and stuff. Why not give us a Monday holiday? Folks, we're going to take a last quick break. Come back. We'll do the daily play, but also we're going to do a giveaway. So you can start typing Bermuda Trivia, hashtag Bermuda Trivia. We'll give away a deck of the holiday edition. So hashtag Bermuda Trivia. Larry cannot play. Hashtag Bermuda Trivia. We'll take this quick break. Come back after this break.
If you haven't been to ER Fisheries in a while, it's time to hop in the car, drive east, and come check out what we have to offer. ER Fisheries and Foods is a Bermuda-based food company that sells a variety of food products to local customers. We are of course known for high-quality food items, including specialty meats and seafood, but we offer so much more. We have evolved from a small community-driven ordering window to a modern freezer front with easily accessible products. Our newly revamped store offers customers a top-tier shopping experience, and we also offer delivery. Regardless of your preferences or diet, we have something for everyone, including chicken, many varieties of seafood, pork, lamb, beef, plant-based items, fruit and veggies, bread, dairy, and grocery items. So come check us out for your specialty grocery needs. ER Fisheries is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at 134 Marginal Wharf, Southside St. David's.
All right, welcome back to the big show. This guy is so childish. Thanks again to DAC Group of Companies, Medical Halls, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring we can have these conversations on a daily basis. It's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. Cheater, are you ready?
I'm just trying to see something real fast.
All right, here's the question. This is so easy, so easy, so easy. Honestly, this is the easiest question. Probably.
Hold on, this isn't Bermuda Trivia? You're asking me the question right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready.
All right, which of the following games is usually played by Bermudians on Good Friday? Crown and Anchor, darts, marbles, or Uno? Oops, I was giving you the...
Yeah, thank you, yeah. Marbles, come on.
That was too easy, I guess, folks.
Yeah, we was talking about it all day. Come on, give me another one. Something else.
That was too easy. I don't know if I have any more that I can give. I don't have them in front of me. Everybody was going to get that. Hashtag Bermuda Trivia for a chance to win today's giveaway, folks. Hashtag Bermuda Trivia. But let's give our final thoughts while they get their names up there. Final thoughts on, Good Friday and Easter Sunday. What are your thoughts, Burp, and any message to the Bermudian people?
Yeah, I guess as I've gotten older, not as old as Jamal, but older, I just family fun and safety. You know what I mean? I talked about how I'm able to start passing the kite flying tradition on, and it's a very important time in my family, especially my parents. So I like to spend time with them. And Maya touched on a lot about it. Everything is full well and good, but we don't want it to be danger. And I think it's unfortunate that every holiday time we say, hey, be safe, but at the end of the day, that's the message that we need to push. So I just want everyone to have a good, relaxing, safe holiday weekend. And for those of you who are working, like me, let's get through it.
There you go. No, I concur. I think religious or not, I think if you have family, it's a great time to get around family, enjoy family. Well, if you like your family, that is. But there's something about this holiday weekend for everyone to enjoy. And I'll never forget. It was 2009 or 10, and Paula Cox was the premier. I think it was deputy premier. She was, and she was the acting premier, and I had to rush around to the radio station so that she can go live. And we had a murder on Good Friday at Victor Scott, and she gave, a lot of people saw her as a very, relaxed lady, and she gave one of the most impassioned, it was very emotional speeches ever. Said, this is, of all the holidays on the calendar, whether you're religious or not, the most holiest of holy weekends. Murder's not right on any day of the week, but especially that day. It just in front of children. Yeah. And I said this earlier when it comes to people drinking and driving, right? Think of others. What I would love for people to do is think of those, the children, the elderly, who probably can't do for themselves. Take them into consideration, even if not for yourself, for them. I think everyone's ready for this giveaway, though. Let's do the giveaway. As you can see, we've got it in the middle now. You all can, so Larry and I can actually see. Larry can't win, folks. He tried to put himself in the running, so his wife can, but that's only just in the hashtag. I saw his name in there. So let's do the giveaway. We're gonna give away a holiday.
Somebody's impersonating me.
Yeah, somebody impersonating him. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Let's say. Let's get the drum roll going. Here we go. Where's the drum roll? Music don't obey. I saw Tamara in there. NTS. There you go, NTS. You are the winner, NTS. Congratulations to you. You will get yourself a holiday edition of cards. You know what? We're in a good mood. Let's do it one more time. Let's do one more.
I'm back.
Let's do this. Let's do it. One more. We're going to give away two. We'll do it one
You
more.
gotta be in the game to win, folks.
In it to win it. NTS, please send an email to engage@thedailyhour.com to collect your winnings. Here we go. Now, if it lands on NTS again, folks, I'll not tell you. Tanya Cheeseman, congratulations. All right, let's congratulate Tanya Cheeseman, NTS on it. Right. Tanya Cheeseman, you know what to do. Send us an email, engage@thedailyhour.com. You've won before. Angeline Butler in the audience, we owe you a $25 gift voucher for something earlier this week or last week as well. You got something right. So please send us an email, engage@thedailyhour.com. Now, you got some daily inspiration to send us on the holiday weekend?
Yes, I do. And today's daily inspiration is brought to you by ER Fisheries. Easter spells out beauty, the rare beauty of new life, by S.D. Gordon.
All right, there you go. New life. Folks, don't forget to subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Follow us on social media to stay up to date with all we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we continue to do our part to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medicals, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy, for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you on Monday. Folks, please have a wonderful and a safe holiday weekend. He's Larry Marshall Jr. I'm Jamal Hartman. Until next time, we're out. Peace.